Welcome to Teddy Ganja Broadcast. Get informed, yeah. Don't get rotten fool. Just be cool, yeah. Get informed.
And we are back. It is Monday, June 24th. How is everyone doing, guys? The markets have retraced. Everyone is all over the place. People are scrambling. They don't know what to do. So we need to get filled in. We need to understand what exactly is going on and see if it's an opportunity for us to get more or wait to get more. So that is what this channel is all about. If you are a crypto enthusiast, please hit that subscribe, join the Ganja Goons gang by hitting that like as well. We would love to have you because we really are diving in deep on what's going on with the market. So we are looking at that global crypto market cap, 2.23 trillion. I've literally watched this go from 2.6 all the way down to 2.2, and I'm looking and I'm going, hey, everyone's wondering what is going on. And I have a few articles that do highlight potentially more things coming ahead. So I'm trying to think. There was actually even crazier things that were being speculated on some altcoins. Have articles there as well. Solana being the highlight today. We will see. But it has been blood all over on the weekly for most of the tokens. You know, we're about an average of 5% down across the board, and you have a few outliers here and there, but hey, things are happening, things are exciting, and we got to see if we are in a position to grab more, or hey, let's wait to grab more. Let me check in with the chat here. Soul Train here for you to kill my dreams, and you're actually giving me hopes. WTF? I'm sorry. I'm looking at the thing, and it's like, hey, potentially this could be one of the support levels we bounce off, and if we don't, this is the next levels we're looking at. Hi, Goonies, ride the waves, ride the wave indeed, ride the wave indeed. So fear and greed index, we are looking at that neutral. Teddy, how come you're not watching Stanley Cup final? It's game 7. Wait, who's playing? I'll take it. Stanley Cup final. Stanley Cup. Dude, I don't watch sports. I just watch crypto. The final, let's see, game 7. That's why, because it's not even Boston's not even in. It's like Edmonton Oilers and Florida Panthers, bro. Come on now. I gotta vote for the Bruins. That's the only one I know. Actually, I also know about the Columbus Blue Jackets. I also believe them. Crypto crashes every year around Memorial Day going into the summer. Most people pull profits during vacation time, usually lasting until Labor Day when most vacationers go back to work. Hello, Teddy. Give us some good news. Well, I have some interesting news. I don't know if it's completely good, but I know that in the grand scheme of things, it will turn out great. But as of right now, we are pretty much trying to understand where the market's headed, what it's doing, and it's pretty neutral right now. It's still sideways trading in my eyes, and sideways trading, yet again, I keep reminding you guys, could be, going down anywhere from 30% to 70% before we see the next leg up. So you do need to understand, sideways trading doesn't necessarily mean, hey, it's going to keep the same price for the rest of the week. It's sometimes sideways trading, you get some depreciation before you get that appreciation, it's all about you holders. Make sure you hold in. So Bitcoin, even though it's had a significant drop in price, we did go under 60K today. We're still holding pretty steady on that dominance. Ethereum as well. Ethereum pretty much holding on to 18% there. And BTC did drop below that 54. We're at 53 right now. We're still anticipating what could happen. And there is another outlier that's emerging here, Solana, where I have an article to talk about there. Hey, Is something going on that we need to look at for Solana? Are we looking at Solana to have an opportunity at $100? Oh boy, there's a lot of fear mongering happening. And when that fear mongering and that FUD comes in, you start to wonder, hey, is this the time that I should grab more before anyone else? But you guys need to make those educated decisions. We will talk about it and go from there. Other than that, rest of the market may show like the market cap is green, and for the most market right now, it's a brand new day. So most of the green is because we've just suffered so much. So I do anticipate some of this green may turn back to red as we progress, but only time will tell, because we have gone down all the way down under 59, or right under 50, right under 60, and we go, hey, where are we going next? Continuing on, the best cryptos based on the latest data, trending, literally trending for the wrong reasons. ZK Sync, we're at 16 now, brand new day, but guys, this thing has suffered like anything. Like, we have watched this go all the way from 9 cents to 17 cents. We're about 50% down. I'm hoping there is a bounce back. I remember similar things happened to PIT. I don't know if you guys remember PIT. It was another token that we were looking at where a bunch of people got into it real quick, and then it dropped like anything to like 25 when the high was like 53. See, 50% drop right here, and then it recovered all the way to $1. So I'm hoping ZK Sync, it musters its strength, and the same exact thing is going to happen for it too, but only time will tell, because there's a lot of people that are dumping right now, and it's already pretty much listed on all the exchanges. So oh boy. So trending for all the wrong reasons is what I say. Now the biggest gainers, little bit different. Hey, AI's got the thing. Hey, some of the meme coins are having decent days, like Bonk and Whiff. Congratulations, amazing. But you start to wonder why literally nothing happened, and then boom, brand new day, we skyrocket. So what's going on? Why are we up 13%? You can only speculate. It's a organized pump is what I'm feeling, because there's nothing that shows any significant news coming out. Just prior to this, we were down 30% on a week. You're like, hey, why is this coming in? Guys, $1.50, and we were at $2.28. Now you're at $1.82. You're like, what is causing this pump? But is it truly a pump when on the overall grand scheme of things, you're not at that all-time high like you once were? But hey, time will only tell. They could only go up, maybe. We'll see. It's one of the OG tokens, so now time will only tell. Soul Train's dreams totally crushed, bro. I know, that's why I'm like, bro, it's gonna happen. It's gonna crush. Well, how you doing, Ben Spada? Nice to see you. Always a pleasure. We're just drilling down into what's trending, just so we understand, hey, this could be temporary. It's up today. Tomorrow it could be down. So if you're looking to take those daily profits, take them now. If you're in for the long haul, hey, I'm in there with you. Don't you worry. Ordinals, Litecoin, which I'm anticipating, hey, Litecoin was supposed to have some crazy pump, but now now I'm $5 down from where I originally anticipated. I think we were around 75, and I'm like, hey, people are accumulating, and now we're at under 70, and I'm like, maybe it's not yet. So looking for another DC opportunity. If it dips below 65, I may grab more, but as of right now, I'm holding steady. Oh man, I just ate and I came up here as fast as I could, so I apologize. Let me see. So yeah, this is pretty much what I was hoping I could ride, but it did not happen the way I anticipated. And the same thing with Bitcoin Cash. It did not do any of the moves I was anticipating. And now I have to wait. And DCA, Uniswap, with all the things going on, I feel like, hey, good opportunity. I'm under that $10, which barely happens. So might be an interesting another DCA opportunity for me there as well. When I've seen the all-time highs as high as $40. At some point, people are going to come see the decentralization of Uniswap. But can they hold? Can they hold? That is what it'll come down to. It is an OG. It's been there for a while, and it may be down right now. But hey, this is temporary. This is temporary. Altcoins and meme coins is basically what biggest gainers and biggest losers is all there is. There's really nothing else that's standing out as like, hey, these are the types of tokens to get into. I've been hearing a lot of things about the augmented reality, the NFT space. Literally nothing, guys. I'm feeling, hey, unless we get true push in that global crypto market cap to 2.23, we're just going to be in the slumps till we actually push out. So if we're in the slumps, we got to understand what's happening with the chats. But before we get to the chats, let's talk about the news. I do have some interesting news. As I was saying, hey, why is Bitcoin price down today? Well, I dug into this article so you don't have to. One of the main things they highlight is Mt. Gox. Mt. Gox needs to repay its creditors, and there's a bunch of BTC that they're holding on to, ready to dump. And they're trying to return over 140,000 BTC to victims of their hack. Repayments are set to begin in July. And guess what? 9.4 billion worth of Bitcoin is owed, approximately 127,000 of Mt. Gox. So, hey, we may see this price go down starting in July. This is pretty much people getting ready for our people from the Mt. Gox creditors trying getting some of their money back because they're still up 8,000% since 2014. So yeah, I believe they will. I believe they will sell. Why would you not? Why would not? What, you won't sell even a little bit? Of course they will. Of course they will. It's only a matter of time. Once that distribution starts, I don't see them not selling. So I believe some things are true here where people are anticipating that sell off. And it's not just Mt. Gox, guys. It's also the German government. They keep on dropping BTCs onto the chain. And then you go, what the heck? What the heck? So 6,500 BTC on June 19th by the German government. Yeah, they moved this money and they were like, hey, they won't know we're selling. Yeah, we know you sold. You stop it. You stop it. But unfortunately, they still hold 50,000 BTC, which is close to $3 billion. So you got $3 billion for the German government. You got Mt. Gox almost at 9.4 billion that they owe. So, a lot of this global crypto market cap that we always talk about, which is in the trillions. But if some of these things knock off here and there, you start to wonder, is it going to be enough to deter the price? I'm hoping it doesn't. I'm hoping it doesn't. But it is an interesting speculation on why people are just plain selling Bitcoin right now. So they also drill down into ETFs, and they even talk about the Fed and the interest rates and how they're anticipating that no interest rates are going to be cut till September. And that's one of the reasons that we're seeing more liquidations in Bitcoin, because it is that risk asset. As interest rates go up or they stay steady, most of the time they sell those riskier assets to make up for their debts and stuff later on. So it is an interesting speculation, and I have to say that I can agree with this analyst. I do see some of the things that he's saying. It seems to make sense. Hey, yeah, Mount Gox needs to repay all these guys, but is it enough to get Bitcoin all the way down? Because some of these analysts are going 50,000 Bitcoin before we see the next all-time high. And hey, healthy retracement is healthy retracement. I've said before, and I'll say it again. Going down 30 to 70% in a sideways market is nothing before we see the next all-time high. So don't you worry. We will be there if it does happen. In the end, they talk about the crypto reserves on exchanges and how reserves on exchanges are going up. Hey, when reserves on exchanges are going up, it usually means that investors are taking profits at current prices, and that may explain why the price is going down. Hey, but hey, at least the exchanges have enough Bitcoin to back it up, you know? Hey, that's interesting. That's interesting. So that's what's going on with Bitcoin there. Wanted to fill you in. Gonna be a mass paper hand event. I believe so. I believe you are spot on there. Is this Crypto Norvell? I feel like this is Crypto Norvell. But nice to see you, buddy. Noise. Nice to see you. How are things? What are you up to? Tell me everything. Other fun things that are happening is CBDCs, and literally CBDCs, because people are just finding articles. They're trying to push this agenda onto us, and we need to understand that there is nothing good coming from CBDCs, no matter how privacy minded a CBDC is. Oh, they have this perfect. They're get the problem is CBDCs that are rolled out, they're already out. You know, people are going to just adapt to that because that's what their government told them. You know, hey, this is now what the government's using. We're switching to digital. We're no longer going to pay you in this thing that we did before. Now you'll just be dropped into your bank account. You do whatever you want with it. And trust me, it's privacy minded. So you don't have to worry that we're looking at your purchases and whatnot. And you blindly have to believe that. You believe that? Yeah. Well, guess what? Many people have proposed privacy minded stuff during surveillance, like what happened with the NSA, what happened when Edward Snowden did all those leaks, and even other guys like Thomas A. Drake, right? He was another whistleblower. So these guys all have experience with the government agencies, and they go, hey, a CBDC like system is not going to be in the favor of your privacy rights. And I go 100%, 100%. But the situation is different for so many. You know, some states are taking it into their own hand and they're banning CBDCs. Hey, congratulations if you're in one of those states. But if this comes down, which in theory it should not come down in the United States, but it is happening everywhere else, and you go, hey, is there a way to stop it? I personally go, no. You're going to have to adapt to that system. They've already made that thing. And now this is the craziest part for most people to understand. Hey, you think them pushing CBDCs is now going to make it more easier or less easier to survey, you know, basically do surveillance on you versus before when they had credit cards and cash. No, in both ways, you know, surveillance is always happening. So it's just a matter of how quick they're adapting to the new tech. So Thomas A. Drake here comes in and he's like, hey, I basically went in to NSA leadership. I did a proposal, but they ignored my proposal and they weren't interested in the idea. Well, guess what? It later came out that the proposal that Thomas proposed was used. They took out all the sections that protected the Americans, and they basically did limited surveillance systems on Americans, regardless of privacy. So it was like the biggest scandal that he basically was a whistleblower on. So definitely, when he goes now look at CBDCs, much like what Drake's experience at the NSA was, you go CBDCs are going to be the same thing. Yes, it's Crypto Norvell. I'm good, Teddy. What about you? How about those Boston Celtics? Hey, they're doing great. They won, right? So continuing on, you go, what else is the issue with CBDCs. Well, guess what, guys? Vitalik actually comes out and goes, hey, I used to have hope in CBDCs, but I may have been naive before. Now, CBDCs, yeah, they may incorporate transparency, verifiability, privacy of cryptocurrencies. However, the CBDC systems that are developed, the protections all sort of fall away. He goes, we get systems that are not actually much better than the existing payment systems because they just basically end up being different front ends for the existing banking system. And that is the key takeaway. You know, you look at the CBDCs, it is no change. It don't matter if all the banks, if all the governments are using them, you're going to have to find a way to incorporate them. And hey, you may be regulated there. You'll find different markets like free markets. And if that is what America is going to be emerged as, that free market, hey, we don't have to use CBDCs, come use this. They may still have different forms of that tech, just different front ends. And we just don't know. We just assume, oh yeah, crypto's bad, this is bad, that's bad. But in the end, it is the banks, it is the government, and it is the treasurers, right? They are the ones that are telling you how much money is in circulation. And if they choose to add more to that circulation, I feel like in a CBDC, hey, now you've limited it, but at the same time, depending on those contracts, you are not solving any problems. You're just adding a new slap of paint to an existing system, you know, and that's the takeaway. So it ends up coming out that, hey, doing CBDCs is basically wolf in sheep's clothing. There's nothing there. And even the privacy minded CBDCs, it's the same thing. It's a wolf in sheep's clothing. So I don't want you guys, you know, looking at these articles for CBDCs and assuming, hey, CBDC is the next thing. I need to find the next CBDC. I need to get in. Dude, the only people that are making money on CBDCs are organizations and tech companies that are developing them, and they have incentives because, hey, they're going to make money because they, once their tech gets adopted, then, you know, they make their money and then they don't really care about what happens after that. You know, they've already made their money. That's the issue. That's the issue. Continuing on, I want to talk about the rumors. There are rumors, and it is from this guy on Twitter that we all know, you know, came to love, I guess, Crypto Bitlord. And he started off, you know, back in the day with like Shiba Inu. I think we've seen him on Floki, Pepe, and now he's amassed a following of 300,000 people. And he came out with a post this morning, and the 300,000 people read it, and that sent Solana going down. So what did the post say? It said, we are hearing rumors that Solana is under investigation and a huge case is about to be made public. This has been brewing for weeks and couldn't come at a worse time. So the markets are down. You wake up in the morning, you see this guy that's now said this, and you go, what the? And everyone starts panic selling because, hey, he's been part of projects like Shiba Inu, Floki, and Pepe, and had a great impact even on Solana. So people are going, hey, when people read his comments that don't cry when Solana's $3 again, is he trying to push some type of narrative? But regardless of what he's trying to push, there is no real evidence that, hey, they truly are under investigation. There's been no official statements on these rumors. Only time will tell. And if nothing happens, it's going to make Crypto Bitlord look bad, but I'm sure he'll find a way to spin it and be like, oh, I was just joshing you. But I'm like, look, you're joshing, you know, you're joking, basically caused the market to go down a significant amount, you know, and we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. But the article drills down on support levels, resistance levels. Guys, we are looking at a support level at 117. They are saying it could retrace there. The 4-month support level was 127. We're about 132. We're $5 away from 127. But if 127 doesn't hold, we're looking at 117. If 117 doesn't hold, 109. 109 doesn't hold, 102. And then after 102, you fall below $100. So is it possible that Solana goes down $30 in the next few weeks here? Potentially, depending on what the rest of the market does. We know July is now geared up. I've now informed you goons about what's happening with the Bitcoin sell-offs that are potentially lined up for July. You go, hey, if there's no positive news coming from that, is there more blood ahead? Crypto Norvell has also filled us in about historical crashes that happen year round. So putting everything together, it don't seem like the perfect time to get in. But if you're looking at that DCA opportunity, there is, and you're in it for that long term, there's no issues at the prices that Solana's at now. If Solana's geared for $1,000, if Solana's geared for $10,000 in the near future, so time will only tell. We'll see what ends up happening, but very, very interesting things that can play out for Solana. And it's something to keep an eye on. And this is literally why there was a bunch of downtrending today on Solana. Hey, Selmo Fudd, nice to see you. Always a pleasure. How are things? What are you up to? What are you doing? What are you doing? So last article, and we will go into the chats, but we want to talk about Julian Assange. Teddy, who's Julian Assange? Guys, he's the WikiLeaks founder. He's the guy that's like in the UK in like prison that he's escaped from because he's seeking basically, what is it called when you're seeking a nullity? You're seeking asylum. He's seeking asylum. He's seeking asylum, and that's what started this. But now they're basically worked out a deal where they're gonna give him 62 months for the time served, and he won't be getting any prison time, and he would be free to return to his country. Oh boy, things are happening, and we will see. We will see. Time will only tell. This is all the information we have right now. And he is a big guy in the conspiracy world. So if any tokens come out or anything, it'll be interesting because I feel like this is potentially the news that's going to help drive that. But let's see. Let's see. Think that's all I had for the news. Let me move on to the chats. Oh boy, we got to look at the chats. The best time. The best time. Okay, guys. One of the main things we got to look at that fib retracement. Here's that support line at that 0.236. We didn't hold and we've retraced. So now we've done a fair amount of downtrending, uptrending. Let's just move the fib retracement just to the new level high, and then the last low in this time frame. And this is basically where we're at. We're still under the 0.236, which is about 61. Heading to zero is basically giving it to 58. I'm hoping 58 doesn't touch, but if it does, my next level is literally 50, and this is where that 50 level comes from. This is that strong level of support at 50 that people are anticipating. It could bounce off. If it doesn't hold here, they're saying it's coming down to 50. This is why. You need to understand why, right? So this is the fib retracement. This was the previous levels. And now this is before takeoff. So right around that 50K. So that's about 10,000, where it's literally, that could be 3 days, that could be 2 days for Bitcoin to drop. It could drop 5K and 5K. It could drop 3K, 3K, 3K. It's all dependent on how the markets are going to be. Why I'm saying it's going to continue to drop. We got the short signal. We got the short signal from Triple G on that stream right at 67, right? We seen that. We know it's going to drop. Last time Triple G gave us a short signal, it called it out quite well, and we literally went from 72 to literally 59. A great call out. So I'm anticipating more blood because Indian Oscillator is widening. And when we see that widen, you go, hey, people are still selling. So that selling is going to cause that downtrend to continue. We'll see on Thursday how accurate this is. I did move the fib retracement, and we'll keep an eye on it. How do I go bullish? Well, if we get to 66, that's why I moved the fib retracement. The new level I want to get to is 66. That's 6K from here. It could be 2 days away. If it goes up 3K, 3K, So time will only tell. And no matter what goes down, I feel like it has to come back up. So right now we may be going down, but eventually we are going to come full swing back to where we were. So now we're looking at Ethereum. We know the SEC has dropped that Ethereum lawsuit. Now what else is left? Well, let's move the fib retracement to mark the new high and then the last low in the current time frame. You look at the 0.618, you're still right around that 3,700, even with the fib being changed. It doesn't change it too much. So keep an eye on it. This may widen a little bit more before we see another long position come in. So I am looking at support at 3,200. That was the last one. But really, if that doesn't hold, I'm hoping 3,000. And if not 3,000, 2,900 literally seems like the next support after that. So we'll see how much we retrace. But hey, make those educated guesses, because I'm doing that right alongside you guys. BNB, BNB, BNB. BNB is doing a thing. BEP2 is no longer being supported. So if you guys got BEP2 stuff, go convert that over. Make sure you're not losing any funds out over there. If you had funds over there, I literally don't know anyone that was using BEP2 myself, but I knew that it existed. So BNB, one of the main things that we had seen in the previous cycle is it wasn't following the market prices. And I still am skeptical to see if it'll follow market trends. Right now, it is. Everything's down. BNB's down, but BNB had a nice run up. And that's why now we're seeing it come down a little bit more. So we'll see which levels it ends up bouncing back off from, but it is lining up nicely with the fib retracement at that 0.382, and we'll see how long it's going to sustain this levels here at the 0.5, right around 570. If not, it's 550, 530, then really under 500. So keep an eye on it. Right around 570, I'm okay. 580 puts me in that bullish cycle, but we're not too far off. If there is more blood ahead, we could go as low as under 500. All right, so we got to look at Solana. And now this is where things get interesting with Solana. We had that horrible news from Crypto Bitlord, and he literally caused this, right? It went from 135 all the way down to 121. Now we're getting a green candle on its brand new day. I'm very skeptical to see if it's gonna be a green candle as Thursday comes in, but hey, maybe this is the small pump Solana needed. If you guys are looking for some exit points, if you bought in less than this, because if it continues to bleed, then in theory we're looking at 105 on this fib retracement before takeoff, right? But I'm hoping it doesn't do this. I'm hoping it doesn't continue to bleed, because we're literally at the 0.236 level at 130. So if it doesn't stay above 130, then I go, yeah, it's falling into that territory where it can go to 100. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. XRP, same exact thing. We had a widening on XRP. We were seeing it was going sideways in that 0.236 level, right around that 50 cents. Now we're at 47. It's not too bad. Most of the guys that are in XRP just seem to be holding. Nothing too crazy there. Still, we had Andean widen So widening does mean more sell-off. So we'll see if we get that opportunity at 45. If we can capture some at 45, it seems like a good entry point. Shiba Inu, guys, there's so much positive things. Hey, this is the accumulation period. Oh, people are just not ready for what Shiba Inu's has in store. It very well may be. I'm waiting. I'm still here. Shibarium's always spinning out all these things, but at some point, we need the utility to match the price, and we still aren't there for many tokens. But for Shiba Inu, one of the main meme coins in our space, and I'm still feeling like, hey, there is no end in sight. I'm now below the 0.236. So here's the 0.236 playing out. We've now hit the level. We're going back to my previously charted support lines, which gives it, 14015. 4015. We'll see. Right now we're at 4017. But no, boy, we're basically going back full circle back to where we were. So let's see. Let's see. Doge. I'm already charted Doge previously. I put the fib retracement on there. I'm still feeling there is a strong level of support here at 11. I'm hoping it bounces off 11. Triple G did give it 12 cents as the level of support. We're right at 12 cents right now. So we'll see if Triple G holds. If 12 cents holds, we're golden. If 12 cents doesn't hold, I go right to 11. So and then after that, it's just boom, 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 crash all the way down. I'm hoping that is not what's happening. We're gonna look at that crypto market cap. We're gonna look at these price actions and make those informed decisions. If you guys are getting nervous, hey, do what you need to do to get not nervous, because it may be a little bit of shakeout action before we actually see some good momentum. Pepe, pretty much same thing. Brand new day. We're seeing some price action come in. We'll see if this holds. If it doesn't, we continue falling. Pepe, because of that lower LP, it has had that opportunity to stay above in the green. We'll see if this continues, because while the rest of the tokens may be down, we know Bonk did fairly well. I'm assuming the other meme coins are also going to have a run. And if it does, maybe Pepe goes for another run. We go maybe, hopefully, 4021. But hey, let's see. Andean is narrowing on Pepe. It's a very slight narrowing. We have that green candle, brand new day. We'll see what ends up happening on Thursday, but it does feel interesting. Here's Bonk. Bonk is still pretty wide Andean. It appears to be narrowing. We have the green candle coming in, but it is Bonk, and it's Solana. Almost every time frame has this on a buy. Figure out where your entry point and your exit point is if you're still in it. If you're in it for the long term, you got a long way to go, because our 0.618 is at 4034 and you're at 4021. So if it goes back to the 34, then yeah, we go back for a run, because we still haven't hit that 407. I'm expecting 407 once that run comes in, that bull run. Bonus pretty much just blood everywhere. I have nothing positive about Bone still. I'm hoping at some point we'll get our entry point at 25 cents, because that was literally the last low. So let's see. Crow continues to bleed. The rewards are being sold right underneath our feet, and we let it happen every time. WorldCoin had a good run because of that positive news on Thursday. Well, it continued to follow market trends. We still bleed in. Let's see. Pretty much going sideways, but hey, sideways also means blood. And I think that is all I had. Litecoin, I did that anticipation at 75. Here's at 75. We're now under 75, and Andean's widening. So maybe there is no predicted market move like we were anticipating from previous historical times it's happened. So time will only tell. And I was thinking the same thing with Bitcoin Cash. Hey, the way that the chain data showed, hey, people are accumulating. Maybe it'll have a run, but it looks like everything is down as we speak. I think that's all I had for the chats. I'm gonna move it over to Goon Time. Goon Time is your time. Anything you want my opinion on, do let me know. I will let you know my feedback. Otherwise, I go bye-bye. You guys won't see me again till Thursday, Thursday. And we will be back and we will be looking and anticipating what is next, what is left. Let me check in with the chat here. Don't see anything popping in. I feel like I'm good. All right. I'm golden. I will see you guys again Thursday. And really, let's see what Thursday has to bring, because we're at the point of, hey, markets are going down. People aren't checking in on crypto as much as they used to, because when markets go down, they get mad. Don't get mad, get glad. Never mind. Not all of you guys are going to get that. All right. I'm out of here. Stay safe, stay strong. And most importantly of them all, don't be a hero. Just don't do it.
Don't get wrapped. Yeah. Don't get wrapped. Yeah. Don't get wrapped. Yeah. Don't get wrapped. Yeah. Get informed.